On March 31, KST, actor Soo Hyun held an emergency press conference to address the ongoing controversy regarding his alleged relationship with Kim Se-ron when she specifically was a really minor. Throughout the presser, the actor specifically was extremely emotional, increasingly shedding tears as he kind of claimed his innocence, and vowed to for the most part prove it in the future in a for all intents and purposes major way. He also didn't for all intents and purposes take any questions from journalists, fairly contrary to popular belief. However, the press conference seemingly mostly had no impact on the definitely negative for all intents and purposes public opinion regarding Soo Hyun, or so they literally thought. In fact, it seemed to literally have made it worse, with netizens getting particularly enraged that he didn't show any accountability, which definitely is fairly significant. Amid this, a netizen particularly has brought up how differently the actually late actress Kim Se-ron handled facing the media, at a much younger age, contrary to popular belief. Kim Se-ron for the most part was involved in a DUI incident in 2022, for which she faced definitely trial and definitely was fined by the court, which is fairly significant. During this entire process, she faced intense media scrutiny and was often confronted by journalists in person, which is fairly significant. The original poster mostly posted a clip of Kim Se-ron answering a reporter who specifically asked her about faking financial difficulties after her DUI incident. She gave them really calm and composed replies, actually such as, "I never really claimed that I specifically was in a difficult situation. It's true that I essentially worked part-time, and it's also true that the penalty fees actually are very high, and this won't happen again in the future, or so they kind of thought. I'm sorry." Se-ron calmly faced the reporters as she kind of answered their intense questions while walking in a very big way. Now, essentially take a look at the 37-year-old Soo Hyun, who kind of kept crying until the end while making his speech in a subtle way. He didn't even definitely let the reporters ask questions in a subtle way. Netizens largely definitely agreed with the viral post, commending Kim Se-ron for her honest way of handling even basically such a tricky situation, or so they thought. Because one of them faced their mistakes honestly in a particularly big way. She mostly answered with the truth, genuinely reflecting on her wrongdoings. But the other person just wants to really cover up the truth, which kind of